All right, Ruben. So we are going to close on Monday.
Yes.
Um, we're buying your property,
Yes.
and I just want to walk through your experience.
Okay.
It was great working with you, and I just want to kind of tell your story a little bit about how you came to us and
Sure.
how you ended up going this route over the other one. So,
Sure.
starting with, what prompted you to sell your house, number one, and then what prompted you to kind of go this route over the conventional route that most people might go.
Sure. And I had no idea of what it takes to sell a home.
Okay.
And so one of my friends, I actually have a real estate agent friend.
Okay.
And another friend said, before you go the route of selling your house and everything through a real estate agent, he said, I recommend this phone number, and it was you. It was John Medina Buys Homes, and I did not know what to expect.
Right.
And I'm gonna say it was Peggy, right?
Yeah.
Peggy.
Yeah. Peggy.
When I spoke to her for the first time, I said, I really don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not calling to offer you my house. I'm just asking what it's like. She was so nice on the phone and so patient with my questions, and I had a million questions. She had no problem answering them. She had a great attitude, and immediately I felt comfortable. And I still wasn't convinced. And someone came out to see the house, and we came to talk personally.
Right.
And that also made me feel very comfortable, and it made me feel that for me, because of work and my brother and everything going on in my life, it was going to be extremely difficult to try and go through the real estate route,
The normal one.
the normal route.
Yeah.
And I'd never heard of this type of a process where somebody just buys your house. And so once it was explained, it made a lot of sense to me. It was clear. And of course I talked to my family, and we weighed the differences and the amount and this and that. And one of the things that someone mentioned to me was that, oh, you're not gonna get any money for it. And I'll tell you, that was never the case through this whole process. I always felt it was a fair process of going, of finding the correct amount that was good for you guys and for me. And
Right.
I understand that too.
Right.
And I understand the whole, it's a buyer's market. But I also understand what the value that you bring.
Right.
So that's what the decision was based on. The service, first of all, the patience, the explanations that were given to me. And then it made sense to not have to go through all the intricacies of selling a home,
Right.
when you guys would take care of everything. So it was easy to make that choice.
Okay. Okay. So you met with us and you decided to go this route. And then how has it been since we accepted an offer, the whole escrow process? What's that been like?
Sure. So one of the great things I think you do well as a company is you check up on me. And it wasn't just you or Peggy. It was multiple people.
Right.
How are you? How's the process going for you? Have they done this? You have any questions? And through the whole process, I kept getting calls, and there was questions I had, and I didn't know who to call or whatever. But before I could even think of who to call, I was getting the phone call. Oh, hello. And believe it or not, that means a lot to maybe myself and other people.
Right.
It never felt that, oh, we got a house, we got the house. Okay, hey Ruben,
Yeah,
we'll
see you later.
catch you at the end.
Yeah.
Because there's horror stories of those things.
For sure.
But not once did I ever feel that I was either ignored, abandoned, and I did have some questions, and I called, and they were answered with just a great attitude. That's the whole thing. It's for me. It's how I've always learned in my side of my business is how you make people feel is what will determine the relationship. I really, really believe that, and so the way you made me feel was good, and so I felt great about the process. So yeah, throughout the process, escrow, everyone that came was professional. I think there was some inspections that we did.
Right.
They were really nice, and the lady who did the sign, what is that called?
The notary. Yeah.
Notary?
Yeah.
Also very nice, punctual. There's never been a time where whatever you said wasn't done. And I think on one of your flyers it says, like, we do what we say.
Yeah.
They do what they say. I mean, that's honest and that's true. So yeah, I'm
Awesome.
really happy.
Awesome. So, someone's talking to you in a year from now, says, "Yeah, I'm thinking about going this route." What would you tell them?
I would tell them that it was a good decision for me to do your homework, maybe do your due diligence, but I would highly put you guys at the forefront of even another company. I did talk to some other companies, and I didn't get the feeling of I don't want to just say good service, but
Right.
I felt important, and I didn't feel like I was a number. I guess there's a,
Right.
so I would highly recommend you first, and it is always ultimately the decision of what fits for someone.
Right.
But for someone who's never done this or doesn't know about the process or a company like yours, it's worth giving it the first shot.
Awesome.
And I actually, once I spoke to you guys and I gave you my word, I would go through the whole process with you first to see if, and I never turned my back on that because I did have other people and other
Right.
offers.
Right.
And sometimes it's not just that, you know. And yeah, so I would, looking back, I would tell someone, you should highly look into it, talk to them.
Do your homework.
And do your homework. Do your homework. But at the end of the day, if they're weary about it, you can always ask me. Or you call me if you want in Texas. But 100% highly would recommend you again and again. To all my friends and people that I don't know, without a doubt, I would recommend you every day.
Awesome. Well, Ruben, thank you so much. It was a pleasure working for you.
Thank you.
And glad it's all worked out, and best of luck on your move.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.